Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Oha Kade, I'm a composer, and today we're going to be reacting to Underwater by Baekhyun. This was a Patreon request by Scones. Thank you, Scones. If you would like to become a Patreon, the link is in the description. We have one spot left in the Origin tier. 6 guaranteed reactions come with that tier. Also in the description is a link to my PayPal if you would rather submit a one-time special request. So I'm excited to get into this song. I'm somewhat familiar with Baekhyun's stuff, but not this song in particular. We all know how talented he is. I'm expecting good vocals. Due to the image in this lyric video and the title, I'm expecting a smooth, slow jam. Because, you know, water, it flows, right? A little bit of a flowy situation. So I'm expecting something pretty chill, some nice vibes. Let's see how it goes. So this is Underwater by Baekhyun. Very cool production. Wow. Very nice, subtle groove. There's actually a lot going on, but it's all very well composed. So, sorry to interrupt right away, but there's so much I want to talk about. The style of the song is something that I quite enjoy personally. There's that R&B influence. A lot of R&B songs have this really interesting vocal flow where it's quite fast-paced and staccato. They're fitting a lot of syllables into one bar of the song. Which enhances the rhythm of it. Even though his delivery is so soft, it's a nice contrast. It's like a juxtaposition to how quickly he's actually delivering the vowels. Very skillful stuff. It's hard to do that so quickly and emote the way he does. As for the production, there's a lot of cool, subtle sounds in the background. There's a nice subtle groove. No distinct bass and snare yet. So I hit my mic there. No distinct bass and snare yet. Not that it's needed. It's just an interesting creative decision. And just overall a cool atmosphere. Definitely fitting with the title of the song. As a composer, while I do have the lyric video pulled up here, I don't usually pay attention too much to lyrics on first listen. So what I'm going to do is after the song, I'll pull up the lyrics separately. The English lyrics, and I'll see if I can decode them somehow. Very nice. Nice, complex chord progression. Very compelling sound. It's cool because I would be slow to even describe this as pop music, considering what a lot of pop music not has become. I don't want to sound like an old fart, but there's a lot of complexity to this that sort of commands your attention. And while the song is quite chill, there's a subtle intensity to it, the way it pulls you in, the seductiveness of it. It's like you have to listen. It's not something that you would throw on in the background while you're trying to do something else, at least not me. If I were trying to do something else while listening to the song, I wouldn't be able to concentrate because the melody is so captivating and hypnotic. I speak for myself. I'm sure there's lots of people out there who use this as their study music and stuff, and I totally understand it because it is so relaxing and chill, but there is that like edge to it. It grabs you, There is a darker intensity is what I'm getting at. 눈부셨던 밤이 선명해 여전히 늘 나만 Amazing blend of falsetto and very clean chest voice. Very intimate. Cool. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Beautiful layered melodies, counterpoint. Wow. Awesome. Such agility to be able to go from so high, make that run all the way down into his lower range. Sorry to interrupt, but I don't want to talk over too much. I really enjoyed that song. That was right up my alley. A big reason why I enjoy EXO is because they do have that little bit of a darker flair in their R&B. Very sensual. The beats are a little heavier. There's a little bit more of a adult atmosphere, I suppose you could say. And I definitely got that in this song. His vocals were just outstanding. Definitely exceeded my expectations. I knew that the song was going to be more relaxed because of it was called Underwater, but it did sound a little bit more seductive and darker than I was expecting. And when I say dark, I'm not talking about like evil. It's more moody, I suppose is a good word for it. Like more moody as opposed to a breezy atmosphere. There's like breezy songs that are more uplifting and lighthearted, and then there's this one that really pulls you and it's very moody and intimate and seductive. That is kind of more what I'm into because it commands my attention more, and as a composer I like to really pay attention and sink my teeth into it, and it's compositions like this that really interest me. Also because it's so melodic and there's a lot going on in his vocals, like the range, the agility, the different intensity, the soft and the light. Can anyone tell me like how much involvement he has in writing the songs? Because everything I've heard from him, it does have a very consistent sound, so it would seem to me that he does have like a hand in it. Maybe he writes the lyrics. Does he write his own vocal melodies? I'm curious about his process because it seems like he has a very clear brand, and that's something I'm very impressed by, and it's something that I've noticed all the other members are good at in their solo stuff, is a very clear brand and their own voice, their own point of view in their music that they want to emote. Now, as for a lyrical analysis, okay, so this song is pretty dark, fitting with the music, quite sad. It is a breakup song. These lyrics are actually very moving, even just read by themselves. This line stands out to me. Your arms were my warmth every day, and before I knew that warmth, I didn't know the cold, so I could bear it. But now I'm alone again, just like this. That's pretty powerful. It's something that we can all relate to. If we've ever gone through a difficult breakup, we never knew what that feeling was like until we experienced it. It's so devastating. It does feel like drowning, and that is kind of like the metaphor here. And when it's a new feeling you've never experienced before, it does, ruin your innocence a bit. It's like the world can be rough. The world can be really rough. You know what? It is a very dark song, actually. These lyrics read very personally, so I'm curious if he did write these himself. Obviously, I'm sure even if someone else wrote it, it's something that he could relate to himself, because we can all relate to it. What also gets me is the more literal lines towards the end. Even with the lights on, I feel trapped. I feel trapped. even with the TV on, it's silent. That really does sound like serious, like depression, like a low point. I guess I've been there myself. I'll just go ahead and say that. I can relate to just watching TV and nothing's going in. He's saying even with the lights on, it's giving a very starkly lit, soulless environment, like he's just existing through it, he's not living. The idea of that depression and hopelessness is coming through a lot, and there's very little hope in these lyrics, which is something I respect, because not everything has to be a pick-me-up, not everything has to be a good message. Sometimes it's healthier just to acknowledge that sadness, and that makes it easier to deal with. And potentially that is what was the catalyst for this particular track. Very cool stuff. Again, right up my alley. It's poetic, but it's also grounded in reality. I love the metaphor. Powerful wording, powerful words, powerful lyrics. Great suggestion. So I guess that's it from me. If you would like me to react to or discuss any of your favorite tracks, please leave a comment below. Or if you really want a guaranteed reaction, become a member of my Patreon. Again, 1 tier left in the Origin tier, which is 6 guaranteed reactions. And I'm also taking special requests if you want to submit a request through my PayPal. The links for everything is in the description. Also, if you want to check out my own music, check out my band Valkata. We're a symphonic metal band, and we just put out a new single called Archangel. I'll put a link to that in the description below too. And that's it from me. I look forward to hearing more from you, and look out for more content this week. Thanks again, and take care.